There we go. Hello, hello. That's what we want to see. The little line doing its little wiggly wiggly. How are we doing, friends? Mute is on. Thank you, Marge. Mute was not on, but the wrong mic was connected to the wrong place. I love our filming room, but the annoyingness of having to share an area with someone else when you both have very different settings. There's always something that I keep missing. If Jamie's using it, I'm like, oh no, the microphone's plugged into the wrong place for the Shaaba place but yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Hi, how we doing, everyone? Now you can hear. I'm so glad you love the new song. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dacia. Hi, my love. Thank you for confirming. Hey, JS Epic, how are you doing? Hey, can of beans. Tech can indeed be fun. Happy Thursday. That's right, it's Thursday. We have had on the song, I only have like the main stats for Spotify, 11,495 streams on the song, which is so kind. I am unbelievably overwhelmed. I'm so grateful. 6 people currently listening to it right now. But yeah, it's been wonderful. I'm so glad that first step was taken, and I thought, instead of a Thursday video today, why don't we just do like a little bit of a Q&A, a little bit of a chill, a little bit of a catch up. I'll make it the length of a video, like half an hour-ish. You can ask me anything you want about the song. I asked a couple of questions on Instagram, so we can have a chat there too, if I don't manage to get through things today. And yeah, that's the plan, if that's okay with you, because I'm a lot more chill now than the last live stream that we did, where I was beyond stressed. Yeah, so that was very scary. But now I feel it's done, I feel like the scary bit's over, and we can just sort of get used to it and enjoy the process. Will it feel the same way as new songs come out? Who knows? But we'll see. Also, before you mention anything, you'll notice that I'm not wearing my wedding ring on my wedding hand. It's because I just got a new tattoo and I love it, but I don't want it to get infected, and so I'm trying to keep everything away from it. My band is here. Don't think that there's anything wrong. It's all good. You got to know Shaaba from Rolly's channel. Oh, hey Michael. We love Rolly. Rolly's incredible. I'm very grateful to have been able to collab with him. He's such a vibe. I was nervous that our vibes wouldn't be compatible, but they totally were, and I loved it. So welcome. Okay, questions already. Sorry, yes, that's what we're doing today. I just said it. No, it says, how long did it take you to make the song? Like everything about it. Ooh. Okay, so this one was unusual. I think I wrote it in like under an hour. And the reason being was because I knew I've been writing songs for the longest time. When I say the longest time, there are some songs that are on this EP that I wrote in 2014 because I've thoroughly enjoyed making music, but I've always been too scared to share it. And I didn't know how the process was going to go of working on a song like for professional release. I work with one producer. He's a gorgeous guy, a lovely friend, and a wonderful producer. His name is Matt Hughes, and I've tagged him on socials. You can take a look at Matt Hughes Music, I think it is his handle on Insta. Might be Matt Hughes Productions. You can take a look at my other videos for the tag, and I'll pop a tag in the comments. I will make sure that I remember to do that, just in case anyone's interested in working with someone, because Matt's so approachable, he's so kind, he's so lovely, and he let me do what I needed to do. But I was scared still because I'd not worked with Matt before. I didn't want to put a song that I really cared about into the hands of somebody else as well. So I was like, okay, I'm going to write a totally new song that I don't care about too much. It's going to be the first pancake. That's what I kept calling it. The first pancake, and we will see how that goes. And I ended up super duper loving it. So I Don't Like Me Other was written in like an hour. It was then, I sort of like made chords to it along that time. So I had like a rough idea of what it would sound like. And then I think the whole process took us about I say 2 months, which sounds like a really long time, but it was about 2 hours a week over the course of 2 months to get it to a place that we were like, cool. So how long was that? Maybe like 8 hours in total. But if we'd done that all in a day, that would have been very different. And I don't think we'd have been able to do it in 8 hours. And then I had to go record the vocals, which took a little bit longer, and then a little bit of mastering, which takes a little bit longer still. So just in case that gives you an idea of how long it takes. Will you ever share the lyrics? Absolutely. I'm so sorry, Creeth. I should say, on YouTube Music, the lyrics are already out and like synced. I have to do this thing. I find it really interesting. I geek out over this stuff. If you don't find it interesting, you can be like, shut up, Shaaba, move on. I put the lyrics down on the page and I had to time them, like by pressing the space bar throughout the song. And if you time it wrong, you have to do the whole thing again. And because I was so new to the process of doing it, I was like, wait, no, I messed that up. I didn't get it all in quite the right place. So I had to do it like 5 times in the end. But on YouTube, the lyrics are there next to the song. I am going to get a lyric video out. I just need to understand. I'm working with my gorgeous YouTube SPM to understand where the music is going to go. They are on YouTube Music where they can be seen. I'll put a music video up. Let me also, thank you for noting, I'm going to put it down as something to do. I'll write them all in like an Insta caption so that you can have those too. Caption, lyrics, okay. There we go. But thank you. What is like most important to you in a song, Peach, watching this video, stream? I'm definitely like more lyric focused. I listen to lyrics a lot. And if I can't understand lyrics, I'm like, oh no, I can't like connect enough with the song. But someone like Jamie, he doesn't really pay attention too much. I think he's like, he likes lyrics, but I think he's definitely more focused on melodies and sounds than lyrics. I just find that so fascinating how different people like latch on to different things. You love the radio live stream? Oh, Frida, thank you so much, my love. I tried to watch back that little bit of when Jamie came in to see what my reaction was like, and I cringed so hard. I was so close to privating that stream. I was like, no, it's natural, I guess we should keep it out there. What on earth was I doing? We were talking about poops and shark bras. It turned into a different realm. But I'm grateful that you were there during that process. That milestone, because it was a milestone. It was good fun. Please drop lyrics. I'm seeing so many of these. I'm so sorry. I didn't realise it wasn't everywhere, but I will absolutely share that shortly. What artist did you take most inspiration from for your song? That's a really good question. And it's a question that I really struggle with, Canna Beans. I don't think there is one person or multiple people that I feel like I can sound like. I would love to say that there are people who inspire me, and obviously like all the music I listen to inspires me in my process, and for anyone who does anything creative, you're going to be inspired and influenced by the people that you listen to. But to commit to saying like, oh yes, I wish to sound like this person, it makes me feel like, I'm not using this therapy session, I don't say like it makes me feel, but like I feel like I can never live up to the artists that I listen to because I love them so much, and I know that I'm not there yet. So I just can't. I can't say like, oh, I sound like this person that I like to listen to. There are, however, some really cool vibes of people that I listen to online that I've taken sort of like inspiration from in the kind of style of production, if that makes sense. Like when I was speaking to Matt, I was just like, I know there's a really incredible artist called Claire Rosenkrantz. She's super young. She's super amazing. And her dad produces the songs that she creates. She wrote this song called Backyard Boy, which I think popped on TikTok a lot. And I just really like the production style of it. It's so stripped back. It's so chill. It's so simple and it's so clean. Same with, there's an artist called Joy Crooks, who's not so much clean, but quite unique, and like the EQ is like very, I don't know, nostalgic and sort of like low loaded. So in that way I was just like, oh, I'd love to channel, whenever I'm like working on songs, I'm like, I'd love to channel this aspect, I'd love to channel this aspect. I'd like to bring in this vibe. So yeah, that's sort of how I've done that process. The best art is the art that just falls out of you, don't you think? Yes, Tammy, I do. And it's annoying that that's the case, right? Because like sometimes you can work so hard on something and then it's a moment where you totally give up and you're like, oh, I'm just going to do it once. Bleh. And it is good. And you're like, what the hell happened there? Why do I try? Thank you so much, Pokraj. You're so sweet. You're very kind. Marge says, I love lyrics, but every song I really love has a key change in it. I do love a little key change. A tempo change. I think one of the most jarring, but ones that I felt was done so well, is in Noah's song. There's a song that he has that has 3 different, like 2 tempo changes, 3 different bits. Or 3 key changes, sorry. And it sounds really cool. Like on paper, it doesn't sound like it should work, but it really does. So, interesting. What's your biggest obstacle with writing lyrics? For me, and I don't know why I didn't know I have ADHD sooner. For me, my biggest obstacle per crush is whenever I'm writing, I will think of something, right? This is me writing lyrics. I'm on my phone and I'm on my laptop and often I have pen and paper with me. So I'll like be fiddling around and working on the chords with my piano because that's something I never used to do. I used to only write lyrics without thinking of the musical accompaniment. And that's a really dangerous place to be because all of my songs were then written in the same key and I had no idea how to get the chords down. I was like, oh, for goodness sakes, I feel like I'm accomplished in the sense of the writing, but I can't get anywhere because I was like on step 1 of not knowing very much music theory. So it took me a couple of years to like fully understand how to do that together. But now my biggest problem is with all of these things, I'll have an idea and I'll write it down and I'll be like, I need a word. Like today I was like, I need a word, it's gonna sound so weird, that sounds like sparrow, that isn't sparrow, but there's also the name of an animal. That was my idea. So I go Googling this word and then in that Google I came up with a different concept that I wanted for a different song. So then the first song that I was writing ends up sitting there for a little bit with like a half complete chorus. And I'll start working on a new one. And then in Googling that one, I'll start working on a new one. And before I know it, I have like 7 very, very not finished songs. And I get very lost and I struggle to jump back into projects because the new ones are always so exciting. That's my biggest problem. But we're working on it. We're implementing ADHD strategies. And to be honest, I'd much rather have this problem than like the writer's block that I have sometimes gotten beforehand where I'm like, God, I really want to be creative, but I'm just really struggling with the concept of writing anything right now. I have a vibe of what I want to say, but it's just not coming out properly. So yeah, I'd rather too much come out than not enough, if that makes sense. What music do you listen to? Oh, what music do I listen to? What music do you listen to in chat? I'd be so interested if you wouldn't mind sharing. I listen to a huge range of music. People find it quite weird that I used to be like super emo. So on my sort of general playlists, I do listen to like quite hardcore stuff sometimes. I like music that evokes feelings. So a lot of the stuff that I listen to is old. Yeah, and apart from that, I super hyperfixate on certain people that I absolutely love and listen to them a lot. So right now, it's Devon Cole, who I think is an absolutely incredible artist, Claire Rosenkrantz, and Joy Crooks. Those are the 3 artists that are like on repeat in my brain, and when they're not just in my brain, they're also on my phone. But how about you? Let me know. I'd love to know. Pokraj. Oh, hang on. Michael. Oh, bless you. I don't think I sound classy, my love. And I love an Irish accent. How funny. How funny. What would you say if someone out there wants to sound like you? Actually, like, I think it's totally fine, like, in terms of vibe, because, like, I think we all just sort of, like, learn from each other. I just don't know what I sound like. So I'd be like, interesting. What is it that I sound like to you? Because I would like to know. Creeth me. Oh my goodness, I don't think I look anything like Shakira or Catherine Zeta, but both of them are very, very pretty. Lost in My Mind. Music production is a minefield, but it's really fun. Like, if you enjoy it, it's good. It's good getting into it, but it's quite overwhelming, so you need to take it easy. I find music production to be like driving. Truly, it sounds really silly. When I first see everything, I'm like, oh my goodness, I will never be able to do this. And I'm looking at these other people do it like it's second nature, and they're explaining it, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? They're like, oh, open up the EQ. I'm like, how? What buttons do I press to get this plugin that is on your screen? And it can be overwhelming. But then, if you learn bit by bit and you're like, okay, this is how I move a steering wheel. Okay, this is what a gear does. You quickly realize that it becomes second nature, and you do get there. So my advice to you, my love, Lost in My Mind, if you enjoy it, stick with it. See if you find things that you totally love, and in time, it will also become second nature. I'm still learning all the time. Even Matt, who I work with, I can see is learning in certain aspects. And I think that's one of the wonderful things about music and creation in general, right? Because with the speed of technology, we can do so much, so much all the time, because new things are coming out all the time. So we're always learning and bettering ourselves and making things easier, because that's the other thing. Like, back in the day, EQ and compression are like the two biggest things or elements or components in production, in my opinion. They're like the core the core things that you do in everything, and it can be really difficult if you're doing things manually. But there are also plugins that you can get that sort of do what you need to do with one dial, which might be a great way to start, to ease you into things, if that makes sense. Bless you, Lee. Sending hugs to you, my love. Not every day is amazing, but there's always tomorrow. Oh, that's so interesting, Tammy. I've taught dance and choreograph for years. Do you ever use movement to write your songs? I personally don't. The only thing that I could say is like somewhat similar is like the movement in words, if that makes sense, which is very different to what you're saying. But movement is very important. And sometimes if I'm feeling really stuck with how something is, like, I'll just say words or phrases multiple times, and how they sound can really dictate the natural rhythm that influences how I write, if that makes sense. So, yeah. But that's really cool. The idea of like dancing, I could totally imagine that being a huge influence to some people. Thank you so much, Chris. I'm glad you enjoy it. I saw somebody else say, I have to show you one in Insta. I love the song, but it's so sad, and it makes me feel sad for you. If you feel that way, why is it sad? I'm so grateful for all of the love. Obviously, the first one, the song is called I Don't Like Me Either. It does feel very sad, but it's it's not that I feel that way all the time, but I think everybody feels that way, and I don't. Unfortunately, I don't get to choose like what I feel inspired by and what I enjoy writing. It's just sort of something that comes naturally, and I'm like, okay, I need to write this down. I think it's because for me, writing is like so therapeutic. Music creation is so therapeutic. I write songs and I sing songs about things that I find really difficult to say, mostly because it's a medium that I can just communicate better with, and so naturally everything I write about is like #trauma or things that I'm unlearning, because it helps me to consolidate what I'm learning if I can put it in the form of a song, if that makes sense. That's just me, but like I see these people writing like incredible bops about love and sexy times, and I'm like, that's incredible. I don't think I could ever do it. Not to say that all of my songs are sad. I think that I write about deep topics, but I'd like to think that I write about deep things to happy tunes. That's the vibe that I'm trying to go for. I'm interested for you to see the next ones and the rest of the EP, because hopefully you will get that vibe too. I don't know. You let me know. Dominique, no, I'm not on Twitch right now. We do Twitch stream. We haven't been streaming for a long time, but it's been about a month. Life has just been going on, but we are absolutely coming back. We play The Last of Us 2. That's the last game that we stopped before we went on quite a big Twitch break. But we're going to pick up that game soon and do some more Nancy Drews and other fun games. Hey Nesta, how you doing, my love? That's the plan. So also, Twitch has now allowed people to simultaneously stream on multiple platforms. So we'll be streaming on both Twitch and YouTube on our gaming channel, which is shaabaandjamie, at the same time. So yeah. In a reflective mood, as in the songwriting, yeah. I feel like for me, songwriting captures like a moment. There's like a moment in time that I'm like, oh, I'm struggling with this. I have a very like visual brain, so sometimes it doesn't translate. I'm sorry if this sounds really weird, but when I look at like things in the past, I kind of look at life being kind of like a film reel. And if there are things that are really bugging me, like moments that I'm not quite over or that I feel like I need to process, I take that specific clip, that segment, right? And I'm like, I'm going to write a song about that because that's going to help me understand how I feel about these things. So I'll write and talk about this one thing. And like this song, when I play it to people like my mum, she's then like, oh my God, you don't like yourself? What's wrong? And I'm like, but mum, this is like one moment in time. Yes, sometimes I do feel like that, but it isn't how I feel all the time. It's one freeze frame in a very large film clip that makes up my life. If that makes sense. Can we eat the peach again? Yes, we can totally do that. Do you want to do that for the next one? I was just gonna give it to you, but if you want to work for it, we can eat the peach. Can you tell us about anything about the other songs on the EP? Sure, JS. That's a really good question. I've not really thought about how much I should/can be sharing. So the EP is called Inside Voices, and I guess like as a title, what I wanted it to do was reflect the fact that these are things that are internal monologues that I struggle talking about. So I Don't Like Me Either, as the first song, was mostly a song, I guess I wrote it. I'd be interested in knowing what you think it means. For me, it's about my struggle with confidence and self-esteem. I feel like nobody likes me. Even when I feel like people like me, I have this huge level of imposter syndrome that makes me feel like it's a facade, if that makes sense. So that's the inside voice that this one was trying to express. The other things that make up my inside voices and my narrative are about being POC, which is the next song that's coming out. And another example is about being LGBT+, which is another song, but not one that you're going to get until the new year. Unfortunately, I'm so excited to share things with you, but I also realise that there's like a process in which stuff has to happen. So yeah, hopefully that explains things. Different inside voices inside that are excited and terrified to come out at the same time. Miss Leviathal, yes, I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name. Let me know if that's the case. Leviathal? Yeah, we are on Twitch. shaabaandjamie. We play games and not very well, but we enjoy it, so it's a good vibe. Twitch and now also YouTube, the shaabaandjamie joint channel. When we game, it's like a little bit of an unfiltered moment where we can just relax and be live and be with you guys, but not in such a curated way as videos. We typically don't talk about LGBT plus things because it's just like a vibe and a chill out space. But you know, you want to come chat peanut butter, smooth versus crunchy, come join us. You can definitely relate, Autumn. Sometimes I feel confident, but other times not so much. Yay, anxiety. Look, I feel you, my love. That's kind of what I really love about music, because it helps me understand, in terms of creating music, how I feel and how I want to feel, if that makes sense. And I also love listening to music because I heard this other really cool creator talking about this recently on a podcast. His name's DJ Tony, DJ Fat Tony online. And he's had such an incredible journey with addiction and just life in general. But he said that music is like a drug, and music is the best drug, and it can totally influence how you feel. I think it's super powerful. Yeah, so I think it's nice to have these little snapshots and moments, these little freeze frames that other people contribute of different moments that we can feel and relate to, so that we can tune in sometimes and be like, this is how I'm feeling and I want solidarity. Cool. I don't like me either. Or also, hey, I really want to feel pumped and happy. Let's put on some padam. Chris, the peach. So I was scared to share the news about I don't like me either, so I turned it into a little bit of a game where it was kind of like Hangman, but there was a peach with a parachute, and you gorgeous peaches were trying to see if you could guess the phrases related to the song before the peach was yeeted. It was a good stream. It was total chaos, but it was good fun, and I'm happy to do it again if people want to do that. It will be the new year very soon. So the next song is going to be coming out on the 1st of December. I've been told, I have no idea what I'm doing, right? So I've been told that the best way to release music is on a monthly basis, because that just gives me enough time to be able to continue writing and producing, so that we can squash things together and make sure that I'm giving them to you in a way that's easy for you to digest, so that you can find the songs and love the songs, but also not be mad at me, because it's like months and months and months until a new song comes out, if that makes sense. So yeah, I so want to give you everything right now and be like, tell me what you think, but I also realize that it's a good idea to not do that just yet. Just need to have a little bit of patience, which is tricky. But we can do it. Yes, IDLME. Sorry, IDLME, not at all, Tyler, my love. IDLME is the acronym for I don't like me either. It's just a lot easier to write it down than IDLME. I totally realise that not many people will know that, and so it's probably silly of me to have written that in the title of this. But if you want to listen to a song you haven't already, you can go take a look at any streaming platform and take a look there. I had some other questions as well online. Should we take a look at some of them? Do you like baked beans? I get a lot of questions that aren't just related to music. I like baked beans. Do you like baked beans? Music video when? I love the concept of music videos. I think they're so amazing when I watch them for other people. The idea of me being in a music video makes me feel less excited. I feel like it wouldn't be something that would come very naturally to me. I'm very happy to try, but to do that also requires a lot more time and headspace, and also funds, which I don't have at the moment. So I'll definitely pop up some lyric videos. I'm working on those, yeah, in terms of music videos, I think it'll be like a little while until we have like a proper music video, but never say never, and I'm always up for trying. So yeah, maybe we can think of some really creative ways. I love it when people do music videos that introduce and involve the community. So I don't know if you guys would be up for popping in some submissions, like video clips. I don't know how it would work or what song it would be for, but I'm sure we can find something fun to sort of co-create on. A music video like Kelly from The Office. I have not seen The Office, but I will watch that and we will consider it. Hey Queer Baba, how you doing, my love? Welcome. I hope you're having a good week. I feel like Chris, it's all good. Okay, other questions. Will there be physical copies released? I'd love to buy a CD or a vinyl. This is super duper adorable. I'll just be really honest with you, I have no idea how I would even do that. So probably not for right now. However, if there was like please do for a crush. If there was like interest when the EP comes out, which will be like in full, which will be early next year, I could definitely look into doing sort of like a small line, like a little release. So yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, my loves. You just got a job, so you're doing good. Congratulations, my love. I'm happy for you. Right, I love watching collaborative music videos. One of like my favorite music videos of all time, it's so emo, is for Gives You Hell. No, it is the All American Rejects, but it's Dirty Little Secret. And I just think it's such a cool concept, where lots of people who hid their face shared real secrets, and they compiled that all into one music video. And I'm just nosy, and you know what? Look, we do Am I the Assholes every week on this channel. I love storytelling. I love learning from other people. So yeah, that was a good one. Are any of your songs about Jamie, asks Chris? That is a good question. I find that most of the time, the things that I'm writing about, especially because they're deeper topics, aren't really about Jamie. I definitely have 2 songs that I've written about our relationship that make me happy, and they're happier in vibe. But love is not something that I typically write about. Or I should say, like, this sounds really sad, but like happy love isn't really something that I talk about. I've written a lot of songs about learnings from relationships, and about, I guess you call them like breakup songs, which sounds really odd. But it's the moments in my life from relationships that I've seen that have affected me, or relationships I had with friends, or past relationships that I typically feel easiest to write about, if that makes sense. Champagne. That's a vibe. I'm gonna have to go down some like nostalgic rabbit hole on YouTube now. There are so many kind comments. When will more come? More is coming soon. So as I said, did I say it? I hope I said it. The 1st of December is the next song that's gonna be out. And I'll drop the photos. Yeah, the photo and the pre-save link next week. Do you want a little sneak peek? Should I give you a little sneak peek now? Because we can totally do that. It's in my control, right? So I can show that to you now. You are not ready for the amazing talent that is Linda. I'll show it quickly. If I can find it, that is. Hang on, you'll have to bear with me. But yeah, the next song that will be coming out, I'm trying so hard not to say the name. One second. Is this in vibe? Okay, I'll give you like a tiny sneak peek now, but don't share it anywhere else. It's for your eyes, your live stream eyes only. It's right here. Okay. It's very different in vibe to I Don't Like Me Either, but I hope you enjoy and understand it when everything comes out. Who is Linda? Linda Blacker is an incredible photographer. She's amazing, and I do want to so bad, but not just yet, Kovacs. Linda Black is an incredible photographer. She does incredible like fantasy type shoots, and she very kindly collaborated with me on the images for this EP of Our Dirty Little Secret. I love it. Lucy, is that you? Hi, Lucy. Oh, the gorgeous Lucy Edwards has graced us with her presence on our stream. For those of you who don't know, Lucy's an incredible friend. Oh, friend? I mean, yes, that was a slip. I was going to say an incredible creator, which she also is. And she's also my total bestie. So if you haven't already, you should totally check out Lucy. We actually did a collab on this channel a while ago, though. Wow. Yeah, that was a while ago. Oh my god, I remember. Those are good times. Still good times. Now you're even more excited and curious. I'm glad. Well, next week on, I think it's in less than a week. next week. Keep an eye out on Insta, where all will be revealed. I'm very excited. Queer Barber, I saw you at her wedding and squealed with delight. Oh my goodness, it was a beautiful wedding. Can we do it again? It was so gorgeous. Lucy and Ollie are wonderful. It's giving Barbie core, the little preview that I gave you today. A Doll's House by Henrik Ibsen. Is this a who's Henrik Ibsen? Hang on, I want to Google this. A Doll's House. Henrik Ibsen. A book. Ooh, a play. I'm gonna look into this. I want to know how like similar it is. But no, this next song that I'm very excited to share with you explores my relationship with being a person of color. Is the vibe. I've actually already given you a tiny preview of the song itself way back on Instagram, months and months and months ago, but it sounds very different to what I did. It evolved into something very, very different. But yeah, I'm excited to see what you think. I hope you enjoy it. Are you doing another stream when the song comes out? We totally can. Maybe we could premiere it. I've never done a premiere before, but I feel like that could be fun. I'm so sorry, Tyler, that it crashed. Were you able to see? I can give you a tiny little sneaky peeky sneaky of the peeky here. In case you weren't able to see it before. Okay, ready? Just that. I'm wearing a very, very large blonde wig, and it's a vibe. I wish I had hair that long and curly all the time. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Is it time?
I'm just giving you a warning. You stop whenever you want to stop. I'm just letting you know because you wanted me to let you know because you get distracted and you forget the time.
I do. You want to come say hi to stream? Okay, alright. You're busy?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
Why do you
Sorry, I can see why you're busy. Off you pop. I love you. I'll see you soon. Jamie's come in. It's been a beautiful personal alarm clock, and he's like, Shaaba, it's past. He's hungry. He wants dinner. We're gonna eat some curry tonight. I've got a paneer curry that I'm excited to make. I love your face vest and your beautiful vest. You're so cute, Lucy. I love you too. It's a play, feminist, rather wonderful. I'm surprised I haven't heard of it before. I will totally look into it. I feel like I'm very uncultured. I was speaking to somebody. I will let him know, Marge. I will let him know. I'm so sorry, I just lost my bean. Oh, I was speaking to somebody who works in theatre, and she was so kind and so cute, and she was asking me all of these gorgeous questions and talking about Hamilton with such... Oh, no. It was, Hamilton and also Wicked with such passion. And I was like, I am so sorry. I have not watched either. And I know I really need to. But yeah, Wicked, Hamilton, what else are you going to totally judge me for not watching? The Greatest Showman. These are things that are on my list. I need to. Oh my lord. It totally is a wig, Tyler. Yes, my hair is sadly not below my bum anymore. I wish it was. I wish it was. Favorite Teletubby? That's a good question. It's always been Lala. I don't know why I love Lala. I just thought she was so cute. Poe used to really annoy me, but now that I've grown up, I appreciate her vibe. What was the production of the track like? How involved were you in that side of stuff? That's a good question. So, production is done between me and Matt. We're the only two people who have worked on these songs. We've had somebody else, an incredible person called Louise, who masters a track at the end, which is like a very technical step, just to make sure that it sounds like in line with everything else and radio ready, if that makes sense. And then there's another gorgeous person called Ollie, who's very kind, who I recorded some of the vocals in just because Matt's quite far away from me. And there were a couple of times where it didn't seem it didn't make sense to travel to his studio to record. Having said that, I now have like a bit of a recording booth here at home, so hopefully I'm going to be able to work on music a lot sooner because I can do a lot more myself. But that's definitely the vibe that we're going towards. Matt sort of teaching me how to produce, as well as helping me produce on some of these songs. It initially started with him pressing all the buttons and telling me and advising me how things go, so it's definitely like a joint effort now, and I feel so bad for it. But I also like, I know what I want, and I feel like I just need to sort of like grow in confidence to be able to say it, and Matt is so wonderful about it. Now I kind of feel like I kind of boss Matt around. I'm like, Matt, take this one out. Don't do that. I want this to sound this. Can we get rid of the high end on this? Like, and Matt's sort of like, yes, and he's amazing at what he does. And Matt, of course, still provides some suggestions on how things sound. Like, oh, we should have like this marimba-y sounding. That's what we're doing today. Adding this little marimba-y sounding pad here. And I was like, cool. I also want like an ethereal pad. So like we'll come together and listen to these things, and yeah, it's definitely collaborative effort. It's good fun. But I feel like sometimes people think that people, and maybe this is how some people work, where you'll write the lyrics and maybe you'll come up with a chord progression and then you give it to someone else and someone else writes a song. That's absolutely not how it is. Like, it's definitely a joint thing where Bossy Shaaba, exactly. Bossy Shaaba has final say on everything that ends up being what you hear, I guess. Which I'm working on. We want to be Bossy Shaaba. I'd love to get to a position where I am doing the whole thing myself. That's the plan. What have you seen 3 times? Going forth in January, Tammy? I do, yeah, I will go. I'm just going to get to the end of this like question list on Insta, and then I'll probably wrap up, if that's okay. Sounds like you're sure how you want it. Yeah, I feel like I hear the final tunes in my head and I'm like, cool, this is what it needs to sound like. But it's a very difficult process to realise how to get things in real life to sound like what is in here. But we're getting really close. And sometimes you play things and you're like, oh, that isn't what I expected, but I really love it. Let's go down this direction. So yeah, Bossy Shaaba's getting there. She's getting there. As long as Bossy Shaaba can still be kind Shaaba, that's the plan. That is absolutely the plan. Will the song be on Amazon Music? Yes, it already is on Amazon Music. And will there be other songs? Yes, there will. But yeah, just in case, what music platforms do you lovely peaches listen to things on? I listen to things on Spotify. Jamie listens to things on Deezer, like primarily. So, are you an Amazon Music? Are you an iTunes? Are you an Apple Music person? Are you a... There are other platforms out there. Tidal? Are you... YouTube Music? Let me know. Happy little accidents, exactly. I love that. For example, in I Don't Like Me Either, there are 2 happy little accidents. The first is I was listening to a previous like rendition, like a draft of the song, and Prawn, my cat, just meowed in space, like in the vicinity in which the song was playing. I was like, that sounded really good. So for the next half hour, I was like following Prawn with my phone on voice memo, and I was like, Prawn, mew again. And we finally got him to mew again, in a way that there was no other noises playing. So I sent that across to Matt, who very kindly isolated the sound and added it to the song, which sounds really good. There was another time where I was recording something specifically for music, and my phone went off, like a sound happened, and I apologized, and I was like, God, that's such a vibe, and it's the vibe of this song. So we also added that in too. Those are 2 happy little accidents I'm really grateful for here in I Don't Like Me Either. I don't know if you recognize them, but if you can hear the text tone and if you can hear Prawn mewing, I'm very grateful for the little accidents. In the new one, there are some different sounds in there, but they're not quite accidents. They were more like exploratory moments that I'm really glad that we kept in, because I was feeling some kind of way about them. There's a bit of like an Asian element in one. But yeah, it's vibe. Okay, I'm just taking a look at the rest of the questions. Do you manage to maintain full creative control throughout, or do you have to fight for some things? No, in terms of music, oh, you heard it, Madge? I'm so glad. In terms of the music stuff, I retain all rights because I'm writing at the moment, and sort of in control. I'm unsigned. It's all entirely me that has sort of like the final say over things, which is both terrifying but also good. I've heard a lot of friends who struggle sometimes with having labels in particular make decisions on their behalf. Having said that, the benefit of that is you also have so much more resource, which I feel like as a growing creator is definitely something to consider, because it means things like music videos can happen just generally, not even a lot faster, but they just can happen because there's budget there. Things like working with different producers and teams can help you grow. Things like collaborations can work a lot better. I said that really weird, but collaborations can work a lot better because they have people and networks, again, just to help you grow. So yeah, it's wonderful to be able to retain control right now, but I don't judge people at all who give up that level of control. I totally appreciate why that can be a really good move to help you grow as an artist, if that makes sense. I will say though that I do think the industry as a whole is changing slowly and not nearly fast enough, but changing to protect artists a lot more, which is good. Just having social media in general, to be honest, and things like distribution services, the fact that we can digitally produce music means that people can have their own platforms, which is amazing. Lost in My Mind, would you collab with Noah? I love Noah so much. And look, I wouldn't be opposed to it at some point. I always feel bad when I say this, and it's not like I love Noah. I think his music's absolutely amazing. I totally appreciate that our vibes are very different. Very, very, very different. So I'm not sure if it would work, but Noah is an incredible, incredible artist, and I support him wholeheartedly. We just went to his last tour, and he was so good. He's so good. He's grown so much, and I love it. When did you start writing the new song? As in the one that you heard now? The one that's out, I Don't Like Me Either. That was written, I think it was about 6 months ago. Yeah, it was the first pancake that I worked on with Matt, and I met Matt. I actually met Matt in February. Where are we now? November. Yeah, I met Matt in February. We started working on it shortly after that. So maybe it's a bit longer than 6 months. Under a year ago, longer than 6 months ago. And as we just determined earlier in the stream, it took an hour to write and about 9 hours, I think, to like properly lay down. And then we professionally recorded after. Quite possibly Lost in My Mind. Quite possibly. Oh. Okay, there's a couple more questions. Oh, I like this. Someone's asked, will my crush say yes to me when I ask them out in 2 weeks? It's not a music question, but I do have a little 8-ball here. Yes, definitely. Oh my gosh, I love that for you. Yes, definitely, said my little electronic 8-ball. So, Evie, if you're listening, babe, do it. Do it! When did you start on this journey? And how long have you been working on this song? We spoke about the song. I feel really stupid. I'm not gonna lie. I started writing music like over 10 years ago, properly. But we're gonna work. We're gonna work on getting things out there more. It's not gonna take me 10 years to be able to release something else properly. But I've recently started the sort of more professional producing and getting things ready to go out in February. So it's taken us like nearly a year to get to where we are, but now that we're here, I have no intentions of going away. So yay to confidence, she says, writing a song called I Don't Like Me Either. It's fine. It's fine. We embrace the irony. Okay, we've got 2 left. Okay, and I don't think I can answer the next one, which is, what is the title of the next song that you'll be releasing? And when will you be revealing the cover? I've given you a little snapshot of the cover, but I can't share the title just yet. But tune in next week on my Insta, where it'll definitely be there. When did the melody pop in your head, or did the lyrics come first and then the melody? This is such a fascinating question. I love hearing what people say about this. I'm seeing the little smiley faces. That's so cute, popping up on screen. Deep. Oh wait. I have to do it myself. Wait, I did it here. Deep. Little hearts, little 100s, little parties. Anyway, sorry, getting distracted by technology there. Hey Duck, how you doing, sweet? You got a cool profile photo. Final question, I've forgotten what it was. Oh yes. No, melody or lyrics? When did the melody pop into your head? Did the lyrics come first in the melody? For me, it differs every single time, and it always comes at the most inconvenient times. Look at you all using the little reaction buttons. I love it. I can, it's often in the morning when I've just woken up, when I'm looking at something on socials that makes me think about something, or when I'm on the loo, or when I'm driving. And typically Jamie's next to me because it's so unhealthily dependent on each other, right? And I'll be like, Jamie, you need to leave. Like, Jamie, go do a poop. Jamie, go shower. Jamie, go do something, because I have to record this right now and you can't hear it because I'm still very embarrassed about the process. And I'll be like, oh, okay. Or like, I'll leave the room. Obviously it's not like, I don't just kick Jamie out. Sometimes I'm like, Jamie, I need to go. And you can't speak to me right now because otherwise I'm going to forget what is in my head and I need to get it down. So I do like a little voice memo. And often it's melody with a phrase. So yeah, it's together. But sometimes I'll have like a phrase in like words in particular, like a lyric, like a phrase that I think is really cool. And I'll write it down, and then when I have the time, I'll just put the voice memo on and I'll like just sing randomly into my phone, and something typically comes out and I'm like, oh, brain, where did that come from? But I'm like, well, I guess that's the direction that we're going down, and then we find a melody. Sometimes it's a bit harder to think of things together, in which case I use certain websites. There's one called Chord, which is a great free website that you can use, and basically just generates random chord progressions for you, and I never stick with them, but they're always wonderful starting points because you can just press that little random generate button and just hear the same sort of structure but a different set of 4 chords being played in different rhythms time and time again, and I'm like, wait, this one sounds like it might be something that fits. That's the plan. I love all the party emojis. You're so sweet. That was the last question that I had on Insta. So if you don't have any more questions now, if you don't mind, my loves, I might love you and leave you. This has been super fun though. I would so love to do more streams just generally. I'm liking the idea of doing the occasional Thursday live instead of a Thursday video. We can definitely do this to talk music things. And if you want, not that we have to, sorry, I'm sorry, Grief. Well, if you have any other IDLME questions, I'm happy to answer them now. But yeah, I've totally forgotten saying, yeah, if you want, we can do some more like production on stream too. Like I can pop on and we can just chat and wiggle through as we work on some tracks. Yeah, I'd love to integrate more music onto this channel as well, seeing as that's definitely a direction that I just love to take my online creativity to in general. Don't worry though, the Am I the Arseholes are still going to stay. We'll still explore things for my sins, like Bad Women's Anatomy. And I'm very grateful for your support, as always. But next year's going to bring some new things. Hopefully we're going to have some live stuff. I've said it now. But putting that out into the ether, I know it's something that I need to try. I don't know if it's something that I'll like, but I won't know unless I give it a go. So that is the plan. We're definitely going to have some more releases for you. I'm going to be significantly less nervous than I was last time because I'm already feeling a lot more comfortable about it. And thank you for that, because it's truly because your response has been so kind that I feel like it's safe enough for me to put the most vulnerable bits of my mind to music and then on the internet. TikTok's most unlikely superstar, super interesting. Interesting. I'll definitely take a look. What's that? 1 second. Let me put that down on my notes too. TikTok's most unlikely superstar by Curtis. Come on, I'll take a look. Thank you. Thank you so much, loves. I hope you're enjoying whatever time zone that you're in right now. Happy time zone. I hope you have some fun weekend plans. For me, my gorgeous friend Alex is having a surgery, so we're going to be mumming. I love that. I'm hopefully going to be making some food and giving him some cuddles, going to see my family for a little bit and just generally chilling out. Chilling out, that's the plan. It's quite a boring weekend for me. I hope you have some fun weekend vibes planned too as we head into Christmas. Oh my goodness. Are you feeling wintry? Are you feeling ready? No? Oh, because we're leaving? I'm sorry, Monica. But we'll totally stream again. And as I said, if you enjoy stream vibes, I have to be so careful. I've just had my tattoo updated with I keep scratching them. I'm like, oh, no, wait. There's a reason it's itchy and I should not be scratching it. Yeah, if you enjoy the streaming vibes, whilst we can't commit to doing definitely Monday and Wednesday like we did before, we will absolutely be streaming again shortly. So, yes. Playing games. The Last of Us 2. Rehearsals for a play that you're in? That's so cool, JS. I hope it goes well. I'm excited to hear updates. Fab. Alright, well, whatever the rest of you are doing over the weekend, I hope you have a wonderful time doing it. I will catch you on Monday with another video. I wonder what video that's gonna be. Though also, there's an exciting development happening on the Am I the Arsehole front, so watch this space. I'm gonna be treating you well in 2023. 2024. Look, since the pandemic, calendars, times, they're very different. Yes, and I will see you shortly. Do it, Lost in My Mind. Do it, because if you do it now, you can watch them again later. I want to watch Klaus now, so that I can watch it once more before Christmas at least. TDRC, totally, Monica. We can do that. All right, my loves. Thank you again for joining me. If you enjoyed this stream, maybe consider giving it a thumbs up. Have a wonderful time zone wherever you are, and I will see you on Monday with another video and another live stream too. Please do, if you haven't already, check out I Don't Like Me Either. Super helps me out. Very much appreciate your support.